Just continuing along just the spur and the pathway, BC Parkway I'm walking along, but just want to show some highlights of the ground level, how the pathway is. This part is not so bad, it's just a little back further up was more covered in vegetation. Maybe just part of the tree that was long ago in here before when they were cutting this, or after the rails were removed in 2000, something like that, I remember. Yeah. Right, it was cut back a little bit. There was crews here at the time, I guess, to install the electrical lighting for the electrical. That's why it's nicely lit up here. So had some crews here in that time trying to install. I guess the railway won't come back here, but it's really hard to tell. There's not much of the original gravel that was once upon here. Maybe just a little bit some gravel. I could see just some parts here where the tracks laid upon, but most of the dirt and sand all took over the railway part. Yeah. See, to notice a little bit gravel here. Maybe that's, yeah, here's a little bit partial of the railway bed. Yeah, coming just before it crosses here over Rumble and then gets to Edmonds. Yeah. I like the way how they designed the SkyTrain to go over the railway during the time it went under, when it was under construction back in the day. Noisy. Talk about noise. Never mind freight trains, how the people complain about the railways running in New Westminster. I think SkyTrain is just as heckin' noisy. Yeah. There's part of the rails, the tracks that were crossed over here. And their tracks were laid upon here on the crossing, right about through here. Yeah, it's all been, tracks used to lay right in the curve here. I'm using a proper way of crossing, but that's Cologne here, or just one of this bike here. It's crossed here, but the tracks were, anyway, get that, or just, it's part of the railway bed here. Substation for the SkyTrain here. The railway there, but railway spur. I used to tracks long ago here in 1990s or so. Yep. All bush now covered this section of the old part of the spur. This is still some gravel bed that was while the railway was here. Oh, this is where I'm. Yeah, this is part of the railway bed where I'm standing now. Here's part of a section of the old track now. Mark 5 train, just getting that. Yeah, here's part of the spur. Just before it goes through the old cut there. Yeah, it's just a bush. It was double tracked here before. I remember that. It was single track until just about this section. Then I see there was double ties and stuff going through this section here. Yeah. Just following along here. That's just extra. It was only a single track, I remember, until the track was double tracked to this a little bit further down. Oh, you can hear the dun, 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 dun. It sounds like a freight train coming through. Mark 5. The future to replace the Mark 1s. So it's good I walk along here, so I got a chance to do a little SkyTrain fanning in some parts while I'm documenting the old railway spur that was abandoned here long ago. But anyway, approaching to Edmonds, that's what I meant to say. Single track, and it's just about here. Then there was a switch on the side here, and then it was 2 track. I guess for switching, it was probably for BC Electric Railway, or for there was a spur track here. I had to split anyways. I couldn't film much more anyway. It just was blocked off. I couldn't walk through the section there, but it's a quick view through the woods of Edmonds Station. Yeah. Just to show a quick thing of Edmonds SkyTrain Station in Burnaby, BC. Train about to leave. This is how far as I'll film, because I already filmed the last part of the trail from before. The SkyTrain came out on the railway from the other part of the exit from BC Hydro here, of course. Yeah.